Welcome back to Mike's Garage. Today we're going to be doing another car review. This is a 2012 Chevy Malibu LT. This is the 2LT model, so it is the mid-trim level. You had the LS, the LT, and then the LTZ. This is the 2LT, which actually gives you the upgraded seats, which are heated leather/cloth, and a wood insert on the dash. This does have the 4-cylinder, 2.4, 169 horsepower engine. It does not have the 3.6 liter V6, which is a terrible engine. I don't know why General Motors continues to produce it, but they do. They replaced the fantastic 3800 with the absolute worst engine, the 3.6, with their timing chain, guide issues, and all that. Anyway, this has anti-lock brakes. It has pretty much all the necessary features you want. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, but it does have Bluetooth. It does have satellite radio. It's fairly comfortable to drive. It's quiet and easy to handle. This is not a car I drive very often. It is the little woman's car, so she does all that driving. But let's take a look around. Here's the walk around of the 2012 Chevy Malibu. And you may have noticed that my sound is quite a bit better. I have actually gotten a new camera with a new microphone, so hopefully we'll have improved sound on future videos. Anyway, this car is a metallic black. It does have the polished wheels with painted pockets, and these have a few scratches and scuffs, as this car started its life as an enterprise rental car in Massachusetts. Anyway, it's got a few little dings and scuffs, but overall it's very nice. It does ride very well. It does need a detail, so I'll probably do that in a future video. But overall, it's in very good condition. It does have a little over 114,000 miles now. Well, let's take a look inside. Alright, now here we are, the 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder engine. Not much to see. It does have this engine cover and battery cover, but pretty simple, easy to work on. It does have the cartridge filter, which needs a special 32mm socket, but that's pretty much it. Alright, let's take a look at the inside. Got your control for your dash lights. It has all the things you'd want: cruise, power windows, power locks. It does have the cruise buttons and info buttons on the steering wheel. That is for the radio. It does have Bluetooth, satellite radio. These are the cloth/leather seats. Got a pretty nice headliner. No rips or tears. It's been well cared for by me. It does have a weird little broken vent over there, but I've got to get around to that. Let's take a look at the back. Back seat is very comfortable to ride in. It's not huge, but it's not cramped either. Usually it's just two little dogs that ride back here. Door panels are pretty plain, just plastic with some vinyl on it. Typical inexpensive General Motors finishing. Let's take a look in the trunk. This is the trunk. It's pretty big. It says some of my cleaning cloths. I was just wiping it down because I actually cleaned this car last night. I washed it and then it poured rain about 4 o'clock in the morning. Perfect. My emergency detailing kit. overall. Pretty nice car. So I think we should take it for a ride. Alright, there we have the startup. Has the typical gauges you'd expect. That the info shows fuel range, average miles per gallon, instant miles per gallon, average speed, oil life, tire pressure monitors, front and rear, and the mileage. And it will also show the trip A and trip B. One word about the oil life monitors. Let's flip back to it for a second. Do not ever depend on this to tell you when to change your oil. Do it by time or miles. More so by miles. If you don't drive very much, I would say then go by time. But I've changed this oil when it says when it gets down to 30%, and I've taken out 2.5 quarts, and it was totally black. So now this car gets full synthetic every 4,000 miles. And it does tend to burn a little bit of oil, as 4 cylinders do, so I just check it about every 1,000, and it's usually pretty good. Leather wrap steering wheel. Got the standard radio that you'll have in any Chevy, Buick, Cadillac. Manual air conditioning controls. It's got a little cubby down here and a plug for your phone. Has a nice little compartment here. Glove compartment there. Got a good amount of cup holders. And straight in the middle here, it has a little spot for cups and whatnot. And then a pretty good size center console. Okay, time to go for a ride. Oh. Unfortunately, this car is a bit of a nanny and has the stupid belt chime, which I have not yet figured out how to turn off, but I want to. All right. Yeah, like I said, this car is pretty comfortable. It does have a remote start system, which is actually nice. It's factory. One thing I believe is standard across any of these remote start systems is that if your check engine light is on, it does not work, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, so new this car was probably about, I think it's a little over $25,000. This car did start its life as an enterprise rental car in Massachusetts, so it wasn't all that lovingly cared for before I got it. But I've tried to kind of fix all the little dings and dents and stuff that are on it, scuffs and scratches, to make it look as nice as I can. One problem with this car is the camshaft position actuator sensors tend to go bad, and they can throw a check engine light even if you're a half a quart low on oil, or if the oil's a little bit dirty. And I think probably about every 100,000 miles they would need to be replaced anyway. They're a bit of an annoying thing. But the 2.4 liter is so much better and easier to work on than the 3.6, and you don't have those timing chain guide issues. Like I said, this car is very comfortable. It does have heated seats, which I don't have on right now because it is still probably about 87 degrees outside at 7 o'clock. It is a brutally hot day. And tomorrow I think it's supposed to get up to 97 or 98. So some of the cons about this car: it's a little cramped. Center console's a little too wide. And it doesn't really have a ton of power. It does have 169 horsepower, and it is a non-turbo. do not like turbo engines. I think they wear out way too fast. A couple other issues are just really the overall poor quality of a GM car. It's typical of even the Cadillacs. Poor quality in fit and finish. I don't want it to sound like I'm coming down on this car too hard. I'm not. It's a good, solid car. I've had very few problems with it. When we got this car, it had 45,000 miles. It's got 114 now, so it's done very well. I can't complain. So here are the pros. It's got a really nice trunk. You can fit a lot of stuff in it. It's got a smooth, quiet ride, and it's fairly comfortable. It's got good paint, polishes up easily, and it's just been all around a pretty good car. I haven't had really any problems with it. And again, oil life monitor. Don't use it. Do not, unless you want to buy an engine. What I say about it is, oil is cheap, engines are not. So take that for what it's worth. So I hope you like the review of this 2012 Chevy Malibu. I will probably be doing a detailing video on this car, as it is getting into late summer, and it's going to be needing its fall detail pretty soon. So I hope you liked it, and we'll see you the next time. Take care.